Is not roses for Bodie when he falls in love, for it has far-reaching effects. A past relationship that means water under the bridge for Susan. For Bodie, it spells very real danger. Explosive action in the professionals tonight, 8:30.
You're watching Seven's Big League, and time now to go up to the sporting offices of the Sunday Press. Plenty happening today at all the grounds, and we say a very good evening to the sporting editor, Scott Palmer.
Good evening, Peter, and welcome viewers. What action in the Los Angeles Coliseum and on our own league grounds. 28 players were at it before the ball was bounced at Princes Park. 6 reports were lodged, and youngsters Glascott and Harvey were right in the thick of it. The others booked were Carlton's McConville and Essendon's Williams. Essendon coach Kevin Sheedy said, "We answered the big challenge, but I suppose you have to try everything in football. We loved it," said Sheedy. "It was a great initiation for my team." David Parkin denied that the Blues tried it on Essendon today. "We don't have the manpower, and that style doesn't suit us. We lost because we had only 8 or 9 contributing." Would you believe this story? A St Kilda player, Glenn Brown, is in tonight nursing a scalded ear. The Saint back pocket had somebody pour hot coffee over his head while he was diving for the ball against Richmond. The Saints' new coach, quiet man Graham Jelly, is a hero tonight. He said, "I'm so proud of the players for the effort today." Richmond's Mike Patterson knows the Tigers have blown it for the year, and he's blaming the free kicks. Mark Lee gave away 10 and Brian Taylor 7. Pathetic, disgraceful, disappointing. These were the words John Cale was muttering after the loss to Fitzroy. He was devastated at the loss and was amazed at how few kicks some of his star players got. David Cloak, 3. Abernathy and Williams also were injured today at a crucial stage of the season. A jubilant Robbie Walls wouldn't discuss the possibility of the Lions making the 5 after what he described as one of our best wins for the year. But he said it was unfortunate the Lions now had to depend on other sides winning and losing. Sidebottom has an ankle injury. Bad news for Geelong. Brian Peake is in hospital with what has been described as the club's worst ever thigh injury. Peake suffered spasms in the leg today. Mark Boss is also reported, but Tom Hapey said it was good to get back in the winning vein. "We're still right in with a chance for the finals," he said. Swans coach Bob Hammond spoke mainly of the club's future at Cardinia Park. He said the Swans were safe in Sydney and he'd like to be part of the future, but he has yet to decide because he's got 2 more supermarkets starting up in Adelaide soon. Hawthorn's Gary Ayres was reported in that boil over at Arden Street, and Alan Jeans admitted tonight, "I'm dumbfounded, shell shock. I had only 1 player today that won in his position, and Jeansy wouldn't name it." Barry Cable said that North had to suffer this year and is now on the way for 1985 when we'll be a very strong side, said Cable. His youngsters, they're all doing the job. "If we'd played with zest for 4 quarters, we would have won it today," said Ron Barassi after the Demons loss. His side kicked 8 goals in the last term, but it was not enough. Footscray, according to coach Mickey Malthouse, enjoyed the tough encounter against another Final 5 contender, and he said, "If we make the 5, we deserve to be there." And I saw the game today, Pete, and certainly they do. Back to you.
Thank you, Scotty. Yes, it's very interesting with 3 of the top 5 sides being beaten today in round 19. Let's check the goal kickers. Bernie Quinlan now has a lead of some 15 over his nearest opponent. That's Tony Lockett, followed by Paul Salmon. Of course, he hasn't played for the last 6 weeks, but he was in the Essendon rooms today. Great to see him back on his feet. Mark Jackson, Brian Taylor and Simon B.